Hank Aaron is one of the best baseball players in the world. On April 8, 1974, Hank broke Babe Ruth's home run record. Even though the racism and discrimination he faced, he was still able to beat it. Hank Aaron was born on February 5, 1934, in Mobile, Alabama. Hank was the third of 8 children in his family. He also had 2 parents named Estella Aaron and Herbert Aaron. Herbert Aaron was a shipyard worker, and he also owned a tavern. Out of these 2 jobs, he got very little money to provide for his family, so Hank had to work many jobs to help out. But in his free time, Hank would go down to the local baseball park and play baseball, which he was self-taught. Hank grew up in a segregated school, but during his junior year in high school, he moved to Allen Institute, which was not segregated, and they had an organized baseball team.
In 1951, Hank was asked by the Indianapolis Clowns to play shortstop when he was 17. The Indianapolis Clowns was a segregated team, so not very many people went to watch their games. But in 1952, he was asked to play for the Eau Claire Bears, which was a non-segregated team in the minor league. There were only 2 other African Americans, William Julius Bowers and John Wesley Covington. Hank Aaron would make $350 per month while playing with the team. Hank was selected as Rookie of the Year with a batting average of .336, including 9 home runs. This helped him get selected to play in the Northern League All-Star Game.
Bobby Thompson was a starting left fielder for the Braves, but during spring training he broke his foot, which gave a spot to Hank Aaron. On April 15, 1954, Hank made his MLB debut, but went 0-5. Both in his next games, he hit 13 home runs with a batting average of .280. Unfortunately, he couldn't finish his season because he broke his ankle. Even though the short season, he placed 4th in the Rookie Year award. The next year, Aaron hit a batting average of .314, 27 home runs, and 37 doubles. He went on to get selected to play in the All-Star Game. As the years went on, Hank Aaron kept on doing better and better. On July 14, 1986, Hank hit his 500th home run against the Giants.
Henry Aaron steals the headlines when he hits his 500th home run of his career. It comes against the Giants.
Although Hank Aaron was one of the best baseball players of his time, was selected for the All-Star Game 25 times, and won the Golden Glove for fielding 3 times, he really wasn't that well known. Coaching staff said that Hank Aaron would always tell them that the game is about playing the best, not being the best. In 1957, Hank Aaron led the Milwaukee Braves to the World Series and was named National League MVP.
As Hank Aaron's baseball career improved, so did the racism and death threats. For example, a letter was written to him from Anonymous that says, "Dear Mr. N-word, I hope you don't break the Babe's record. How do I tell my kids that the N-word did it? But it took more at-bats, live balls, and other N-word tricks. I wish you the worst at anything you do, N-word." It also says, "KKK forever."
Another example of a death threat is written by Anonymous and says, "Dear Hank Aaron, retire or die. The Atlanta Braves will be moving around the country and I'll move with them. You'll be in Montreal June 5th to the 7th. Will you die there? You'll be in Shea Stadium July 6th through the 8th, and in Philly July 9th through the 11th. Then again, you'll be in Montreal and St. Louis in August. You will die in one of these games. I'll shoot you in one of them. Will I sneak a rifle in the upper deck or a .45 in the bleachers? I don't know yet, but you know you will die unless you retire. You've been up to bat 2,000 more times than Babe Ruth, and you're not half the player he was. You will not vandalize his record. See you later." And then at the bottom, it's a picture of him shooting Hank Aaron.
Many death threats, but I couldn't open letters for a long time because they all had to be opened by either the FBI or somebody. You know, I couldn't open letters. I had to be escorted. In fact, just recently, you know, I went to a funeral. Calvin Watlow, who was the detective, who was the policeman with me for 2 years, passed away just recently, you know, and he and I got to be bosom buddies, you know, really. But he was, that was the hardest part. Wasn't able to enjoy.
To overcome the racism that Hank Aaron was put under, he looked up to baseball legend Jackie Robinson. Hank Aaron once said that he was his hero, not just for the baseball he played, but for the person he was. Hank says that on the day of October 24th, 1972, when Jackie Robinson passed away, Hank felt that he needed to be the new Jackie.
Tell you what happened after.
Wow.
But it was worth it, though, really. But he was my hero, always have been, and not only for what the baseball that he played, but simply because of the person he was.
Now, after that, did you guys encounter each other through the years, either when he was playing or afterwards?
When I signed my contract with the Boston Braves, that I was able to play exhibition games against the Dodgers. And who did I play against but Jackie Robinson? We played maybe 8, 9, 10 exhibition games against each other. And it was, let me say, it was a thrill.
One of Hank Aaron's biggest accomplishments occurred on April 8th, 1974, when he hit his 715th home run to pass Babe Ruth's all-time home run record.
Downing has to ignore the sound effects and stay a professional and pitch his game. 1 ball and no strikes. Aaron waiting. The outfield deep and straight away. Fastball is a high drive into deep left center field. Buckner goes back to the fence. It is gone.
You faced threats?
Oh yeah, many times. Yes, quite a few. That was part of why I guess I broke his record, was the fact that a lot of people thought that it couldn't be done, and a black person doing it was not something that they wanted to see done.
It's a lot worse than we even know. Trust me. Hank doesn't like to talk about it.
Veteran sports journalist Terrence Moore has covered professional...
Hank Aaron's last game was on October 3rd, 1976. Out of his 21 years of playing in the MLB, he has been in over 24 All-Star games. He has got 3 Golden Gloves. He has hit 755 home runs, and he has a total of 3,771 hits.